Hello, hello. All right, let me get that out of the light there. Sorry. How are you? So, I'm going to put this out here. I'm going to try not to make this video too long for you, but it's going to cover a lot of what we've been chit-chatting about, and it's great for the next future series of sit-downs that you're going to be doing by yourself with these while you're waiting for a new teacher. So what I can tell you is what I've done is I've given you the foundation of utilizing just random notes. This helps us get accustomed to the fretboard and move ourselves up. You don't have to jump up a fret and go up in fours. You can keep it all on the first 4 frets. Just doesn't sound as cool to me, plus it looks really cool to do this. And I practically use that lick a lot more than I do anything else. That's actually my show-off lick when I'm trying to get between So when I try to move through these structures, what I'm trying to have you see is if that is a G major, and then we cover all the same notes, we get a G sharp, and then an A, and then an A sharp, and then a B, and then a B sharp. So when we look at this, today you asked me about 2 different notes. So a B sharp, we really don't call this a B sharp, we call that a C, because we learned this as a C, this is a C, and this as a C, and then what? This up here as a C as well. So we can bar that, play this, do this. We could do all those the same way because it actually just works out that way, that all those notes that we play for the C major are a B sharp. Just the same way that when we play this E major and we teeter-totter, we move it up a half step, that's an F major, but I can call that an E sharp. So E major teeter-totter, E sharp, F, so this is F sharp, G major, G sharp, A major, A sharp, which is the B flat, so A major, B major, B sharp, as we know that's that C we're talking about, right? C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, which is an E, D sharp, which is an E flat, and then right up to our note. So what you've learned from these chords, the C major, first finger on the C, B string, second finger and third finger on both the D notes and leave the G open. When we play that C this way, if we teeter-totter, move our fingers and move it up, we can then make every shape we need to make after that. C major, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, all the way up, yeah? And you'll notice that because if you know how to play the G up here, you'll know that the G down here and G right here, they all sound right because they have that 1, 3, 5. G, B, and D. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. But with triads, you don't need most of those. So what we do is that C major, E major, and then the G major, open G, provide us with pretty much all of the notes we're going to need to know to go all the way up the fretboard. The only thing you need to really know from that point is what the third is, because you know these 2 Ds are generally going to be making your two bookend chords, yeah? And when I say bookends, that's a term I use. That just means your fingers line up. You could say alternate fingers or matching frets, but what we like is these bookends here. And when we use them, we can see how using this G major chord, G flat, F, and then doing that to right there, makes the E in the second fingering position. Therefore, when you play a G major, you're quite literally looking at E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, D sharp, or C, C sharp, B, E sharp, B. So if you could go from one to the other, you have all the notes. The next thing musically is combining the concept that we don't have just major, 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 major. We have major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. So if we started at the key of G, we'd have G major, then we would have A minor. The way we play that is like the A major, except we have to flatten the C sharp to a C to get A, C, E for an A minor. Yeah? Then a B minor, and then a C major. So the 1, 4, and 5 are going to look like the same chord. Well, if G is just open and the 4 is just barred, that means that the 5th is also barred. The 6th is going to look like that minor-y shape, and it's going to start right here. Right? And then we're going to go to our diminished, and that resolves back to our G major. So what you want to do is get a teacher that's going to show you how to play Do, Re, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and then back to 1. If you can go through all your chords, the next step is actually you're way more advanced for 3 or 4 lessons than anybody else has ever taught. So you're doing a great job. Now it's just playing and practicing every day. Playing your strums is more of a claw hammer thing. Playing these individual rolls is a bluegrass thing. And because we didn't really get to cover a lot of these rolls or even how to use the finger picks, what I would like to do is cover just this. These are the basic four ones you're going to use. Actually, 3 of them that you're going to use. Then you use them backwards and forwards. And then this last one I'm going to show you, it's the Foggy Mountain roll, is going to be the one that you're going to use the most in like country bluegrass kind of stuff. So if we're in tune, which I hope we are. If not, refer back to one of the old videos or just get a banjo tuner on top there. So with this, T-I-M, T-I-M, T-M. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle. So for our forward roll, that was a very simple one. We started off with a not complex forward roll, which would be like the... Now that is a forward roll, but for the traditional forward roll, we don't actually put our thumb on the G here. We put on the high G. It doesn't matter which one we do, but this one sounds a heck of a lot better. So if we've got 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. This forward roll would consist of B, D, high G, B, D, high G, B, D, B, D, high G, B, D, high G, B, D, do, so we practice at doing this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And at this point, we throw in something like, since that's in a G major, it's just open, like maybe to a C major. So, C minor. The forward simple roll is 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1. The forward complex roll is 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. Index, I'm sorry, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. We would have thumb, index, then we'd have thumb. So we'd have index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle. So that is the complex forward roll. The backwards roll just kind of does the opposite of that. It has the middle playing the first string first, so we've got the D, then our index plucks the B, and then we go all the way to the high G. So we've got, and we end on that D, B. So all together, D, B, high G, D, B, high G, D, B, D, B, high G, D, B, high G. I'm going to try this with like a C major, E minor, G major, F. Cool? See how they start to take form, and then those same chords that we'd use, we just speed that up. And it it becomes a little bit faster when you practice the practicing. It can get up to so what we do is we use the forward and the backwards roll, kind of like a traversely the opposite of each other. The next one is called the forward reverse roll. Now we're still going to have a Tim, TMI, TM. So that's Tim, too much information, TM. No. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle. So what that just means is we're going to play the third with our thumb. We're going to play the index, the B string, the 2 with our middle. I'm sorry, our index. Then we're going to play the outside D, the high D with our middle. Then we're going to take our thumb over the high G, so it's going to have. Ooh, so practice that first. 3, 2, 1, 5. 3, 2, 1, 5. 3, 2, 1, 5, and then backwards. 1, 2, 3, and then pluck that 1 for the middle. So it actually goes 3, 2, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1. 3, 2, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1. These are wonderful for the brain. 3, 2, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle. That one's called the reverse roll. Once again, if I did that with a, what is it? With that C there, pretty that is. Here it is. See how those just move together? And what happens is when you play these slow enough, they do come together. Practice the practice of practicing. Put new chords in there. Try new phrasings. When you do it in the key of G, you G, C minor, G. Try the next time doing G sharp, C sharp, C sharp minor, G sharp. See if that works. Then A, D, G minor, A. And what you'll find is those. The notes and the chords and movements, you know, will fall into place, and while doing. You'll start to sound really good if you practice slowly and keep compacting that. Those 3 rolls, or 4 rolls rather, with the simple one in there and the complex, are the most prevalent ones. There is a middle finger leading and a index finger leading roll, which you should ask your banjo instructor to show you those so they can formally show you those with a little bit of bluegrass. And then the last one I want to show you is the Foggy Mountain roll. We're going to be using our index, middle thumb, index, middle thumb, meaning we're going to have 2 with our index finger for our B string. So index, pop it, and then our middle is going to pop the D, and then we're going to take our thumb and play that same note we did. So I know that feels weird because our thumb and our index are going to be playing that same note. So B, B, B with the thumb. So index, middle, thumb. Try just those 3. What you'll notice is you'll have a da, 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 da. One of those things. So 2 with the index, 1 with the middle, 2 with the thumb, and then we're going to play the first D string, the first string with the middle again. Then we're going to take our thumb and go all the way out to the 5 string. So it's going to look and feel like this. Index, middle, thumb, and then we're going to go to the 2, the B string, and use our index finger again. Our 1 string is going to play that top note again with the middle, and then our thumb's going to hit that again. So essentially we have when we focus on doing that 2 with the index, 1 with the middle, thumb down there. That movement really helps to put a lot of notes in there. And that movement while doing that is a real country draw, which is why it's called the Foggy Mountain Roll. This is used in the Foggy Mountain Breakdown, in the Cannonball, Wabash Cannonball. It's used in Jimmy Rowe. It's used in a whole bunch of natural bluegrass songs. So that, once again, was 2 with the index, 1 with the middle, thumb on the B for that second note, and then middle again with our first finger. Thumb's gonna come out and hit the high 5. We're gonna bring our second finger in here to hit the B string. Our middle's gonna hit that again. Our middle's gonna also do that last note there, and our thumb's gonna hit the high G. So it's gonna sound like this. That's my favorite roll by far. When you get these going pretty fast, you do them in any key. Try and work on your G major, A minor, B minor, C major, if nothing else, just for those 4 notes. Try going down a half step. G flat, A flat minor, B flat minor, C flat major, or B major. But since we already had the B flat, we wanted to use that C note. See how it's preferable to use the notes where they come? I can't say G flat major and then have a flat minor and a B flat minor and then say B major, because I already had a B in there, B minor. So I would say C flat major, or knowing that this is not only a G flat major, but it's also an F sharp major and harmonically the same thing. G's right here, G flat, or F's right here, F sharp, same thing. So F sharp has 6 sharps, so I'd have F sharp, I would go up here, F sharp major, I would go to F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G sharp minor, A sharp minor, B major, and see how that's no longer a C flat, it's the actual B major note there. So what happens is, find yourself a teacher, work on these 4 rolls, do your spider exercises every day, and whenever you learn a new chord, try it with the first 3 fingers, and then take off that first finger and use this with the other 3 fingers. If you need to do bar chords, remember it's quite alright to do partial bar chords, and if you do full bar chords, that's fine. Just make sure you work on your finger exercises. And a great way to do that is take the outside exoskeletons of all your spider exercises. Try something like that, having a, let's say, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a spider, so 5 to 8, and then 6 to 9, 7 to 10, 8 to 11, and they all work out that. You'll be blown away, because this is almost a mode. It's almost locrian or super augmented. I think with that, if that note was 1 note higher, have a little bit different mode. Anyway, it's wonderful seeing you, meeting you. I will see you this Saturday for the Banjo return. I will have cash for you, and I hopefully will be able to do another video for you too. I feel like we didn't get enough time to spend together. Other than that, really groovy. Aloha.